Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Connect Now. Oh my God. Hey Sam.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are
How
you?
you been since the last show we had?
Pretty beat up. Got some scrapes, but other than that, I'm alive. I'm doing good.
I know. I saw. This girl plays soccer, and let me tell you guys, I don't know if it's called playing or wrestling or something, or less light on the field or something, because she's all over the place all the time. But I enjoy nothing more than to watch you play soccer. It brings me back memories from when you were little, and oh my God, but I still get scared because for some reason I always think she's gonna get hurt. And I'm just like, I want babies.
Oh my gosh.
But
Anyway, I'm not getting into babies right now, Mom. No, I'm not doing this.
I'm super excited because today, I met this wonderful lady that's sitting, to my left. I met her during an event. I spoke to her briefly on the phone, checked out her page on Instagram, and we instantly connected and just had a great connection. I think we got very comfortable after when you were a participant on the expo. I got to meet you, your husband and your family. Got to hear her story about your business. Fell in love with your brand.
Thank you so much.
And so I always know that there's something about people that other people should know about. And just knowing the little bit that I knew about you, it was like, oh my God, I got to bring her on my show and I have to have a conversation with her because you're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
And so next to me, to my left, I have, Maya Aguilar.
Thank
So
you.
welcome to
Thank
Let's
you.
Connect Now.
Yes, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you, ladies, for having me. Thank you for, just inviting me over because I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you here
We're
and to hear
excited.
more. Yeah, we're excited to have you here and to hear more about your life and how this whole brand got started. Where what inspired you to to get the ball rolling, because I mean, like, Sam and I have talked about, everybody has aspirations in life, right? And so you could be thinking about, oh my God, I think I could do this or I could do that. It's all in your head, but how do you bring it to life? How do you do that? So we have a few questions for you. I want you to feel really comfortable because our audience, you might just inspire somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Your
so-
story is super powerful. From what my mom has told me, super
Thank you.
powerful, and I'm so excited to hear what you have
Thank
to say.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're just gonna ask you a few questions, but feel really comfortable because let me tell you, just talking to you for about an hour the other day, I got off the phone and I was so excited. I was telling my husband, well, you gotta hear this, and he's like, yes, babe, yes, babe, yes, babe.
Yeah.
So that's husbands, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And later on, we'll have your husband join us too because he's it's just, I just admire a man who supports his partner just like he supports you, and I
Yeah.
could see how much love he has for you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that's always a great feeling,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
definitely.
get started,
Okay.
Maya. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and yeah, let our audience know, like who's Maya?
Okay, well, I'm 37 and I'm from Bakersfield, California. I have two beautiful daughters that they're both in high school, and I have an amazing husband. I have a degree in business accounting. I did receive my degree in 2019, and that's when everything started. I was going to school. You know, I was going to school, and me and my husband always talked about our business, creating a business, and this is where we are now. Like, that's a little bit about me. Yeah.
That's so nice. That's
What
so
school did
nice.
you go to?
I went to San Joaquin Valley College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 I think I traveled out there for soccer sometime. Remember? Yeah. So it is far, but it's a nice
Yeah, we
school.
did.
It's really nice. It's
Thank
so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really hot out there,
It
right?
is,
Okay,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a story about Bakersfield.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh, God.
when I was 15,
Uh-huh.
my parents used to own a catering truck. Somebody offered them a small little restaurant in a cotton picking part of Bakersfield. And so we went out there, and I was so like into school and love my friends and everything. And all of a sudden, like, I go to Bakersfield and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, there's just a bunch of Mexicans here and they're picking cotton, and what, we're gonna sell tacos? What? I was like, please don't bring me here. And it spooked me, right? But then 20 years later, or maybe even more, I drive by there because I was going to Yosemite.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. I haven't driven by there in such a long time. I was like, this is beautiful. You mean I could have lived here? I could have, I could have seen this. And so it's a beautiful city now, right?
It's growing really fast. Like, I love Bakersfield. It's really beautiful. You have they're bringing a lot of attraction to Bakersfield too. So it's a beautiful city to live at. So,
but you and I talked about a little bit about your upbringing, and I know you said that that's part of your life. So tell me a little bit about that.
About me growing up in Bakersfield?
Bakersfield, yeah.
Well, I grew up in a little city called Arvin, and it's 30 minutes away from Bakersfield. When I got with my husband and
Put the mic a little bit closer to you.
when I got with my husband, we moved out to Bakersfield. So we've been living in Bakersfield, like, 13, 14 years already. Wow. And yeah, ever since I moved to Bakersfield, like, our life has changed. We grew, and it's a bigger city, so our mindset started flowing and changing, because I felt like when you grow up in a little city, especially Arvin, everyone is on the same page. So when we moved to Bakersfield, like, our mindset was just like boom, like growing and glowing, like. And I love Bakersfield. I love the community. Everyone is very supportive out there. Like, we have a great support team out there. Like, all businesses, like all my business friends, we support one another, and it's a beautiful community.
So let's get right into this then. So how did your brand get started, or what inspired you to want to start this brand? And tell me exactly, like, what inspired you?
Okay, so back in 2015, I started listening to Lauren Ridinger. She is the CEO of Market America. I started listening to all her motivational speakers. She's a upcoming successful woman. Her and her husband created like a global website. And you can buy anything on her website. And honestly, she inspired me because her story is just like, I can relate to her story because it's a humble beginning. She started in her apartment, in a studio apartment with her husband. She had a little girl. And from her apartment, she created this worldwide website. And honestly, me and my husband always talked about business since we got together, but we just like, we didn't believe in ourselves. We didn't believe that we can do it, and we can.
Why didn't you believe that you could do it?
Because
I forgot. So why didn't you believe that you could do it?
At that time, it's because we didn't have the mindset that we have now. We had a poor mindset, and once we started feeding our mindset into positivity, motivational, listening to other people's stories, is when our mindset changed. I was like, we can do it too. We just had to put in the work. And that's how, from 2015, I listened to her story. From there is when I told my husband, we were working out in our garage, and we said, you know what? I've tried, because he was the provider. So I stayed home and I tried selling Herbalife from home to make an extra income. So I told him, you know what, like I was getting into the fitness, industry. And so I started meal prepping, the shakes. I was selling all my Herbalife stuff. Everything was going good. And me and my husband were like, what about we just start our own thing, And that's how Fierce Pro was created.
So your own thing, meaning like your clothing line.
Yes,
your
our own company that we created from the ground up.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What was that? What is that like? Like, were you thinking? Like, I don't even know how you would start something like that.
Well, listening to Phil Knight too, how Nike started. I was listening to his audiobooks, how he started selling shoes from his car, like the trunk of his car, and going to places. And I was just like, I told my husband, that's when I was like pumped up, and I said, you know what? We can do it. Every business starts somewhere, and you just got to believe in yourself.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And so it was really cute because when I was talking to Maya on the phone the other day, she brought up the Cheeto movie, the Hot Cheeto movie. Yeah, the Hot Cheeto movie.
Good.
I mean, I told her when I watched it, I seriously like got emotional in some parts of it, but she brought it up and she was telling me about it. And I was like, I'm so happy that somebody, you know, some Latina woman produced this movie and brought a story to, you know, so that everybody can watch the story and be inspired by it, that anybody could do anything if they set their mind to it. So you've said the
You're
key
right.
words,
Yeah,
right?
you're
It's
right.
all about your mindset,
Yeah.
you know, because no matter where we come from or how we've grown up or how much school we have, you know, it's all that stuff sometimes. Degrees and all that, sometimes it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because it's all about your, you know, if it inspires you and if it's something that you love, just go for it.
Exactly. I
Just go
agree.
for it.
Yeah.
So for me, the way I view you as a strong Latina woman doing something that you love to do.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I am, if anything, that's why I would try on the side to help and, you know, sell, because my husband was the only provider. So I have always, you know, once I moved to a bigger city and, you know, my mindset changed and I started listening to all these motivational speakers. I said, you know what? That's when I brought it up to my husband. I said, we can do something. We can build something together. We just got to go out there and get it. And let's just put our minds together. That's when our minds were like, you know, we brought it up and we created Fierce Pro. And yeah, I actually was inspired by Richard too. I remember I was talking to you on the phone and I told you, you know what? The only thing that holds me back is because I'm Spanglish. I don't use these proper words. And
So
when
let's define Spanglish. So basically we both grew up, you know, our first language was Spanish.
Yes.
So when you have to learn a second language, it's kind of like, it's a little bit harder,
Yeah.
but you know, but somehow some of us, you know, we manage it, but I think you do a fantastic job,
Thank
you know, with your Spanglish, like me sometimes too. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, going back to the question, you know, so is this like your source of, like, your number one source of income, or do you have another job, or is this your side, like something that you do on the side? I mean, tell me about that.
at the moment, this is my side.
Okay.
I do have
Side
an
job.
8 to 5 job, and my husband has an 8 to 5 job. But our passion for our business doesn't stop us. We work at it like 24/7. We have to. It's like you're just raising a baby, you know. And yeah, it's for us. It's not work. For us, we love what we do.
So
I kind of want to hear about, like, what is your business? Like, is it clothing? Is it motivation? Like, what
Yes.
is it exactly?
So Fierce Pro is a activewear brand, and it was created. The name, we brought it up because we wanted to inspire other people. Like, we wanted not for other people, like, to not allow their past mistakes to define their future, to be fierce and get up and, you know, keep moving forward.
I love that. Oh my
know,
god!
I know.
I think
Because
that's my next tattoo. Fierce.
I have a game after this, and you are pumping me up right now.
Thank you. No, yes, it's because you know, we struggled. Me and my husband struggled. You know, there was times that we didn't even have money for food, and you know, we were at our lowest. And honestly, you know, once we just, you know, got that mindset of, you know, getting up and the motivation and everything, I mean, I was like, you know what? No, like, we should not be ashamed of our past. Like, we should not allow our past mistakes to define our future. We
Absolutely.
gotta make a change. And a lot of people stay, you know, they just feel hopeless. Like, they
They
don't want
stay
to.
stuck in the past.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and that's the sad part about, you know, some humans, and it's not an easy thing to overcome sometimes, especially if
It's
it's
not.
something that, you know,
really
and Sam would know, you know, will probably bring more to light on that, but it's something that is really hard to overcome sometimes, because those are all traumas.
Yeah.
You know, from whatever our
Yeah.
past mistakes, you know,
Yeah.
they keep haunting our minds and our
You're right.
brains, and a lot of people, they stay stuck there.
Yeah.
But if only we could figure out, and maybe Sam can give us some light on that, if we could figure out how to step out of our comfort zone and become so uncomfortable that now things are happening. Because just because you're uncomfortable doing something doesn't mean that you're failing. Even if you're making mistakes, it means
Yeah.
that you're getting stronger, and that everything is,
right.
because we have to be uncomfortable doing something that's going to be successful.
Exactly.
You know, because if we're
love
not, then, you know, how do we move forward if everything is so easy, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you have the Cheeto story. That was
Yeah.
why you have, you know, the people that you've been talking about, because they inspire us, because
Yeah.
they've been there.
Exactly.
They've been there where we're at. Just our stories are just written different.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I think negative self-talk is huge, right? Because
Exactly.
once you start giving in, and it's even how we speak about ourselves. So I always think, like, you know, I always make jokes about myself, but that's giving other people permission to talk about me that way too.
Yeah.
So it's all about like how you speak about yourself, where your thoughts are. I always tell my clients when they come in and, you know, we're talking, we're having sessions, and they say something negative about themselves. I always like, okay, we're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna say 3 things that I think I told you this, right? That I make my mom do
played
it
that
too.
little game the
And
other
it's
day.
harder than you think to, like, my mom asked me, she's like, okay, well then what are 3 things that you like about yourself? And I was like, oh geez, like, don't put me on the spot, I don't want to do that. But I think it's important just to like, your story is so inspiring, because
Thank
right,
you.
no matter the
Yeah.
negative self-talk, no matter
Yeah.
the traumas that we went through as
Exactly.
you know, growing up, or, you know, whatever the circumstances, like, you overcame that, and
Yeah.
that is not easy, because it's so easy, so much easier to get stuck and just
Exactly.
stay in that place where we feel comfortable. We do what is the normal thing for us to do, but when you step out and you're, you know, being uncomfortable, like my mom said, it's not easy. It is
It's
not
not.
easy, but there's like beauty in the struggle, right?
Yeah,
When you
there
watch
is.
that Hot Cheeto movie, I don't know about you guys, but I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, when is it gonna get to the part where he just makes it? Like, when? You know, it's so hard to see that, and I can almost feel what he's feeling in those moments.
Exactly.
But you just
I
have
felt
to.
proud of, I felt proud of him though, because he went and he did all this research, and with his wife, and they went to the library. They were there for hours. He had it all, but at the end, he didn't need
didn't
any
need
of that. He
anything.
just needed to be himself, and I think
Exactly.
you've done that.
Yes.
You've done that.
Thank
but,
you.
But you have, you know, you have a specific target.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that. Who does your brand, you know, who's your target, you know, customer?
It's a lot of people that I want to embrace people and get them out of their comfort zone. Because a lot of people like self-doubt, you know, they don't believe in themselves. Like they'll give up. So my thing is that I want to embrace and empower other women and men to break out of their whatever's holding them back.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want them to get out there and believe in themselves and go after what they dream and they want in life. That's my goal with my brand. So my brand is for everyone, not just a certain target. Like I want for everyone to be feeling empowered when they wear Fierce Pro. Like, I can do this. I want this for
I
my
love
life.
that.
So you want to know something about me?
Yes.
So whenever I wear like sports gear or whatever,
Yeah.
like, you know, like the what
Workout
are they,
gear.
leggings? Yeah, workout gear, leggings. I
Yes.
don't know why I always have to wear a sweatshirt if I go public.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Like
to wear a
tied around
sweatshirt
your
around my waist
waist?
because I don't like to draw attention to myself. And
Since when? That's what I want to
I
know.
don't know. So I think I have to break out of that for some reason
Yes,
because I
you
feel kind of like
do.
I don't know if I want to do that.
No,
so
girl, you look
Yeah,
amazing,
I don't know.
by the
I
way.
didn't say that so you could tell me that, but okay, thank you.
I'll take it. I'll
it's
take
'cause
it.
Honestly, like, we're all different shapes and body types. And honestly, you just got to embrace yourself and love yourself. It all starts within you.
So show me that. I don't know.
Exactly,
How do I do that? How
exactly.
do I just like take out the sweatshirt or
Well,
the jacket?
just don't pay attention to what anyone's gonna say or how they're gonna look at you or view you. you go in there with confidence, girl. You got this. You self-talk to yourself.
Just
like
call
that.
her before you
Yes.
go work out, and she'll talk you up. And
I'm
you're
gonna
like,
tell you, you're a go-getter, girl. Let's
All
go.
right.
We gotta empower each other.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll try. I'll let you know if once I break out of my little,
And, Monica.
No, but what I really loved about you is, the conversations that we've had and the things that you have shared with me and how inspiring you are to other women because we don't have to look a specific way to be loved or to be liked or to be accepted by the world or just other women. So I just read a little comment. I provided a video to one of my friends about something, and then somebody who's spiritual, because I did tap into the comment.
Yeah.
It's a Christian woman.
Oh, okay.
She said that my teeth were just too white and they were like too like whoa. And I was like, and then she put the emoji with the heart eyes, and then I said, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But why, if your comment is not going to be a positive one about a woman, why even bother to make a comment?
I feel like they're just not happy with themselves. It all starts with the person. They're not happy with themselves, and I've learned this, that other people that put you down, or women or men that put you down, is because it helps them feel better about putting other people's down.
it has nothing to do with you.
No,
like
it
it
has
really
nothing-
doesn't. You just
no.
happen to be in the rain of fire. But
Yes.
to me, when
well,
people
my teeth do glow in the dark,
I love your white teeth.
when people make comments like
Yes.
that, I think it says more about them than it
Exactly.
does than the other person. And
Exactly.
even though we still get affected by that, though, because that still hurts.
It does
That
hurt.
Still hurts.
Yes,
When-
we're
even if
human.
cracking up
I
over
don't know who said it, or it's a joke. I laugh about it, but it still hurts, and that's
Yeah.
not nice. That's
It's not. It's
that's
not.
social media for you, right?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
social. We gotta get ready for that. Those people that come at us.
So how do you overcome those comments when you're posting things and these beautiful women that you have on your post that are your ambassadors, because they're all beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
They're all
Thank you.
beautiful.
They
I
are.
love your page.
They are.
Your page is so classy.
Thank
And
you.
and so like I don't know who's doing your graphics, who's doing your pictures or whatever, but it's very professionally done. I was
Thank you.
ashamed to send you my picture. I was like,
God.
oh my
No,
gosh.
don't
No.
worry.
Because your page is so classy. I love
Oh,
your
thank
page.
you.
Everything about your brand, Maya, is so professionally done.
Thank you.
It really is. And I have to give you props for that, because your business is not just, I have this brand. And no, you're showing it off with so much class. The girls that are on there are all gorgeous women,
Thank you.
different shapes and sizes.
Yes.
I mean, I love it. The fact that you're on there every now
Yes.
and then, and they're showing their booty, but it's all done with such great taste.
Yes.
And I love that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love that. So how did you guys get your page to be how did you guys think of like that? Like,
Well, okay, so I'm the one that runs social media.
Hey.
I'm the one that does
Wow.
the whole
She's like,
social
"Thank
media.
you."
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I actually just started like looking for photographers, and beforehand I wasn't able to afford to like pay for a photographer, and so I was doing everything myself, like just taking photos and then using backgrounds and stuff like that. But now I have a photographer, so now he's the one that's doing our photos. And
nice.
because I wanted to add models, but I wanted all body different types. Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted that, and I was like, I think this is it, because like I said, this is what the brand is about. Embrace yourself, love yourself, be who you are, and don't be ashamed. And going back to your comment about the negative talk, girl, let me tell you, the way that I have been ignoring it, because I have seen that people have comment and they're shaming the bodies,
Oh,
and
wow. That's disappointing.
honestly, all I've been doing is just like, I just remove them, and I don't talk back to them or nothing. I just remove them, block them, and that's it. Because I mean,
Should
we
we be
don't
doing
need
that?
we don't need those negative comments in there. We don't. It's just bringing bad negative to your business, and that's all I do. I don't.
So no response, no nothing,
No.
because I know that our
No.
our you know our
Yeah.
human response was to be
Not
like,
even giving it
you know,
attention.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So just don't even give
Not
it
wasting
any
the energy
attention.
on it,
Yeah.
just-
Exactly.
You're deleted, like, thanks
Yes.
for stopping by, but bada bing, bada bing.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's hurtful. It's hurtful,
for
and I don't
sure.
want my models to, for them to feel discouraged. I was like, no, girls, we got this. We're gonna go out there and get it. Like, I do talk to them and I tell them like, let's not, I'm helping them at the same time, because
Yeah.
they actually came to me and told me that I've been helping them to
Aw.
embrace themselves and to get out of their comfort zone. So I was like, I post too sometimes with my sets. And it's like, I know that there's going to be negative talk out there, but you know what? I got to do what I got to do to embrace all these other women.
And that's so inspiring and that's so beautiful because, we don't all are, one size fits all.
Yes.
And but just because that exists doesn't mean that, that I have to feel like, oh, I look better than, than this or whatever.
It's not a competition.
No,
No,
it
it's
really
not.
isn't.
No.
God made us the way we are and we have
Exactly.
to accept ourselves. But if we want to change it, then go change it.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
For
complain.
yourself,
Just go
though.
change it. But do it
Yeah,
for you.
exactly.
Don't do it because you want everybody to be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, whatever. That's nice to hear, but that's not what you live for.
Exactly.
You live to love yourself first before you can even say, hey, I love this person or whatever, because that's not the way it should be.
No.
And I love this era that we're living in now because
Yes.
before there was no way there was going to be, girls, that were plus sizes, wearing
Yeah.
things. It was all about the skinny body, right?
you're
But
right.
that really messed a lot of people up.
Oh,
Exactly.
for sure.
Right?
It's
For sure.
unrealistic.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
unrealistic that we need to look like that, and looking like that's going to make us happy. Because I
Exactly.
know so many, women, men who look what they're supposed to look like and who are extremely unhappy. They're doing the ultimate, like, most to look like that. They're restricting themselves. They're, overdoing this, overdoing
Good
that. And when
point.
you fail to
Yes.
not look like what society's telling us we need to look like, it just
Exactly.
makes us feel like, oh, I'm not doing this right, or something's wrong with me, or no one's gonna love me, all that
love
kind of
that.
stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's really, and I think the youth that's the example that we're teaching them, that you have to look a specific way in order to wear that. Anybody could wear anything that they want.
Exactly.
But wear it with
Exactly.
class, wear it with
Confidence.
pride and confidence.
Yes.
Because, and I think your brand does that for your
Yes.
models.
Yes, definitely.
I think even for you, when you came
Yes.
to the expo and you were wearing your, your outfit, you looked adorable. Oh, my God,
thank
you look
you.
so cute. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
And you felt very confident and
Yes.
very comfortable in
Yeah,
it.
I did.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm having such a great time and such a great, this is such a great conversation. We can go on forever.
pumped.
But yeah,
Yes.
me too. I'm ready to go get my tattoo fierce.
Aw.
Girl
if,
power.
now if I put the pro on it, you might have to pay me, but but fierce for sure. So we're
thank
gonna take
you.
a short break and we're
Okay.
gonna come back and we're gonna bring your husband on because I'm
Okay.
sure he's over there sitting down, laughing, having a great time. But I know he has a lot to say. So we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back.
Thanks. Hey guys, thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Don't forget to check us out at Instagram at Fierce Pro Shop for more information about our brand.
Hey everybody, we're back and we have another guest joining us right now and his name is Martin. Martin or Martin?
Martin. Yeah.
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
And you are, of course, you're the spouse, and so we have a couple questions for you. And I know you were sitting over there on the first segment, and you were really cheering on your wife, and that is such a great feeling for me, knowing that your spouse is here and you're supporting her. When I met you, you just seem like you seem a little bit shy, but yet you're standing by your wife and what your wife is doing. Your daughters were with you, and that's admirable.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, my name is Martin. So, when we started this, I was shy. I'm always a quiet person. I don't really talk aloud to people. I always kept to myself. So my wife's like, you got to go out there and talk. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. And I'm looking at her just going in the middle of a crowd and talking. I'm like, I can't do that. I start sweating, in front of everybody. And then she's like, you just don't think about it, So I'm like, okay, well, I won't. I started getting a little better at it, So I started talking to people. I started making like connections with guys and bringing men's clothes and selling it to them. So she's like, you're getting better at it. You're getting better. Cause you know, we started this together and I was kind of just like, here, no, I'll help you. I'm kind of like the IT guy. I do all the website and all the other stuff. And then she's all like, and then since she's more outgoing, I was like, you go and sell, just go and sell, you know? So
The
no,
perfect
but-
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, she goes, you got to go out there and try it too, you know, because we're going to sell men's clothing. And I'm like, okay.
Because you know what they say, once you marry someone, you become one.
Yeah, exactly.
You become one, and
What?
so yeah.
Just kidding.
No, what are you
Now,
talking
wait a
about?
minute. Yeah.
No, you definitely become.
What did I
one.
sign up for?
No, but I have to say that I really do admire you because
Thank
you know you're starting to again get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right. And if being shy was your comfort zone, now you know that in order to be successful and to bring things get the ball rolling in what you guys are doing, you have to get out of your comfort zone because everybody is shy to a certain point except me. But I'm kidding. I was shy too. But no, but you have to know that in order to get out there and get the brand out, you have to get out of your comfort zone because then it's not going to happen by itself. You're not a millionaire, so you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And working together, it's probably, you guys make a great team.
Yeah.
And you guys are
Exactly.
showing your daughters
Exactly.
a great example.
Yeah.
This is marriage. Okay? This is marriage.
Not just the daughters, everyone.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone.
It's awesome
Everyone.
to see. Yeah, super awesome to see. I think there's nothing better than having like a supportive spouse who's gonna support you no matter if you say, "Hey, I want to become a fish." They're gonna be like, "All right, what are we doing? How are we gonna work?" Like, I think it's great. I think it's really cool.
Become a fish.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
What if
You
I
know-
want to become a fish? Caesar better have my back.
Yeah.
Buy
So
me
when
a
we got
pond.
together, we were kids. We were young. We're teenagers and stuff. And being together for 18 years, you grow together, so you learn each other really good. So that's what I think helps us out a lot is that we're always together. Everywhere we go, together. She tells me at night, "Oh, I forgot to get something from the store." Even though I get upset, like, "Oh, I gotta get up," I go, because
That's
we're always
so
together
sweet.
everywhere we go.
Where'd you find him?
know,
Can I
so-
bring my husband?
You know-
I'll talk to my husband, please.
Yeah, we should do a couple of things. See who's better.
Well, because the way it is right now, there's a lot of people like, trafficking and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I get kind of scared them going by themselves. If I'm like so tired, I'd be like, just wait, or I had to get up, but
That's so
You know,
sweet.
Yeah.
I always gotta be like protecting them, so.
I like to wait until my husband's nice and comfy in the bed and like has everything and about to go to sleep, and then I say, "Hey, Cease, can you go get me some water?" And he'd be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. I do that to my daughters. I call them to tell them good night, and then they come in. I'm like, "Can you give me water?" "Oh, I knew you were gonna do that."
That's why you
Yeah.
have kids.
Yeah. That's exactly what I told them. Why do I have kids for then?
Yeah, no, but let's get back into the brand. So what inspired you to want to support her on this whole journey?
Well, look, so when we started Fierce Pro, we were thinking of what to come up with and everything, and it was supposed to be like a man and women clothing, but it started taking off more to like the women's side, and I was like, you know what? Just continue, and I will help you. I'll support you through all this because I know how it is for a woman out there to be struggling to do a business. Just because you're a woman, they feel like, oh, you cannot do it, or it's harder for women to hear their voice, So I was raised by my mom, a single mother. She was divorced from my dad like a long time ago, so. I was always getting up in the morning to help her do what she had to do, walk her to work because we didn't have a car. So I'm like, you know what? I seen her struggle for 4 kids, how to bring us up, So I'm like, I can't leave my wife to do that by herself.
Wow, that's
So I
beautiful.
thought about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be here for her. Even though when it comes to the girls' clothing, I can't really talk because, it's a girls' thing. So I told
yes,
them, you know what?
can.
Yeah, but when they
Of
ask me
course you
like
can.
personal questions, how does this fit? Well, how am I supposed to know that? Here's my
Okay,
wife.
wait,
You know?
wait,
It
wait,
fits
wait.
good. It fits
Yeah,
good.
it looks good. Just try it on. Yeah.
Are you the type of husband that's because I always ask my husband, how does do I look? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say, do I look fat? And he's like, oh my god, if I tell you yes, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You know?
Couch he goes.
Well, my wife always says, "Be honest with me. You're my husband." Okay, I'll tell you the truth. But we always try to support each other. So, like when I get sick, because sometimes I worked in the oil fields like most of my life. So, one time I got really sick. My wife has always been there. She supports me, and we support each other. Like as she was saying when we first started, it was hard for us. So she was trying to do something else to do an extra income while I was working all the time. So she supports me, and I support her throughout
That's
this.
beautiful.
But Fierce Pro was made for men and women, but like I said, it started going more towards like the women's side. But we still carry our men's clothing too, but you know, it's not as big as the women's. You know, the women love every day going different to the gym, and a guy, I think they'll wear the same thing over and over. You
That
know?
is very true.
You know?
That is very true.
That
give me
is
some
true.
shorts
I
and a
never thought
t-shirt,
about that.
you know?
Yeah, that is true. You know that? I think that about the only thing you guys change is your shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you look good, you feel good, right?
Yeah.
So
It's not like you guys
that's
are
why-
matching the cute outfits
No.
or whatever. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but lately we've been coming across some guys that are really picky with clothes, and they're like, "Hey, you need to bring this style and this style." I'm like, "I bring it, or you're gonna buy it?" And
Yeah.
they buy it. You know, so
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. No, I seen your website and it's very well put together. And I know you're very limited as far as the men's line, but I think that's something that we have to look forward to, right? I mean, expanding your men's line, because I think a lot of men are now trying to wear the leggings, and they're wearing, like the matching sets and stuff like that. I know Sam, my son-in-law would wear the matching sets because he's very into fashion.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is he into fashion. So I think he would wear something like
Yeah.
that. And and there's no shame in that. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I think something for you guys to look forward to in the near future is maybe, bringing that.
yeah.
Are you gonna buy it for David? Because they'll only make it if you're gonna buy it.
My husband was born with no legs. So no, I mean, he has legs,
He's
but
confident.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
he's
he's
confident, right? He wears shorts. He's very confident.
yeah.
Don't listen to those haters, David.
You got to embrace yourself.
See, there you go.
Okay, I'm the bad example right now. I love you, honey. I do.
And his legs. Say his legs.
No, because I do not like his legs. No. Maybe something with pads.
Oh
kind of
my god.
some built-in muscles.
You know how they have those shirts with like the abs already? Make some pants with the big legs.
Like the superhero outfits.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are making me laugh too much. But okay. Sorry, honey, he's gonna hate this. Anyway.
Pause it before we get here.
Yeah. Let's get back into this because this is so awesome. So what do you feel that the biggest challenge is for both of you as a couple bringing the brand forward?
Well, the getting to the people, like, finding the people who are actually willing to buy our brand, that's hard. Getting the brand out there is what's harder for us, and especially as a couple, because she tells me, you got to go out there, to help me with this. And I try as much as I can, but, just finding the right people and getting our brand exposure, just the exposure of the brand, because people see it like, oh, who's that? Or what kind of quality is that? Or is it, is it good for me? Or if I wear that, it's going to, people always judge it. So I'm like, it's okay. We're always going to find a person who's going to want to buy it from us.
But maybe working on those answers would really help, right? Is when people ask you what's a fabric, what is it made of, what do you compare it to? It's just doing your homework on your brand and on your clothing so that you could have those answers if people people come up to you and ask you. I think that's maybe a little bit of research that you might want to do. Maybe doing a survey within your own clients that you already have that might help as well. So that way you have an answer and maybe you can bring some that way you don't have to like struggle to answer the question.
Yeah,
when they ask
we've
you.
had some feedback, and we do go based off our feedback of what people tell us. So like my wife now, she has her people where our manufacturer where she designs the clothing, so she goes based off of what they tell her, so we do kind of listen to what they say, but sometimes you get really bad, people telling you bad things about
Yeah.
your
Of course.
clothing. But most
That
of the
means you're
time,
doing something right.
yeah. So most of the time is exactly. So most of the time they compare it to like higher brands, so that makes you feel like better about your brand, So
Yeah. So
that's
I have a
great.
question. So the clothing, the brand is only workout clothing?
yes, it's an active work brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of like influenced the workout clothes versus like just making tees and hats and like jewelry? What inspired the workout aspect of it?
Well, when we were bringing up Fierce Pro, it was all before COVID started. Well, it was during COVID, right? It was during the times of COVID, and we used to work out all the time, and we're working out. And like she said, we're trying to come up with some kind of a business. Since we always thought about business, we were thinking about what to come up, and we're like, you know what? Let's just try clothes to sell clothes.
Yeah.
And we're like thinking, what kind of clothes? And we're working out, and then my wife goes, well, let's try to sell gym clothes. So that's where we're working out. Even my brothers were there, and they're like, "Yeah, let's you guys do that. Sell activewear, So that's where it came out. And then we thought about the name, being fierce of what we went through in our life. So Fierce Pro. That's who created it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just stuck to that, and some of our clothing activewear, but it's also like athleisure, so you can go out with it. So it's comfortable clothing. So a lot of men wear it because we have the joggers, the t-shirts, and they go out with it. I always wear the joggers and the t-shirts when I go.
Why didn't
It's
you wear
a
it today?
vibe. It's a vibe.
That's because my wife told me to get dressed up today.
He's like, I actually made
Yeah.
this shirt.
'Cause if it would be for me,
Like, you don't know, but this is from Fierce Pro too. Check it out.
I put a sticker right here, cover their pads. No, but I usually, if it would have been up for me, I was trying to bring my Nikes and my comfortable clothing.
Ooh,
But she was like, no,
yes.
you got to get dressed up. I'm like, okay. So I was
Sunday's best.
like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'll do that.
Yeah. No, but I think if you wouldn't mind passing the mic over to Maya, but I have a question for you. When you were in the gym before you got inspired to wanting to start your brand, what inspired you to want to start athletic brand for women? Were you struggling in the gym to know what looks good on you, or what was that like?
What helped me to start was because it was my body. It all started with my body, because a lot of women are like, it was all about the self-love and everything. And I always seen like these models, fitness models, and wearing their active wear, and they look cute. And I was like, I don't see no other women their body types different. And I was like, and I started like, you know what? I started wearing like the activewear brand. I would just go buy any brand. And I started like feeling good about myself. And I was like, you know what? I want to embrace other women to embrace their bodies, like to not hold back on, just getting out there too. So that's how I started. It was all my insecurities, my body type. And that's how I created this brand. And
That's pretty awesome. Maya, I started running with a group called the Pacers in Pasadena, and because of my injuries, I was running with the slower groups because it was going to be my first marathon ever. So I needed to train with a group of people that were going to go at my pace. Although I knew I was faster, but anyway, I was running with this group. The majority of the girls on the slower group were walkers, and they were overweight.
yes.
And all I would hear the whole time I was running at their pace was, I don't know why she's on this. I don't know why she's with us. She belongs over there. And I would wonder, why? Is it because I'm smaller? And it was just like a lot of negative.
Yeah.
But they didn't bother to ask, is it because maybe it's because I have a story. I have injuries. I needed to really take care of my body, and I wanted to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
And but all I did was get criticized, and that really hurt my feelings, because I just felt like, oh my God, like I felt like I didn't belong, and I thought that's kind of rude, and but then I started kind of changing things around and just started talking to them, and I would see the way they would dress, because like I said, I run in shorts and a sports bra. That's me, because it gives me the freedom and I don't have to feel hot. And they would wear like long shirts and tights, and I would be like, I don't wear this to make you feel bad.
Yes.
I wear this because I'm comfortable in this, and this is what I want to wear. And as I started talking to them and changing things around, I started explaining to them, why, showing them my scars on my knees. And then they kind of started saying, oh, that's why, and then later they would start coming in shorts and say, oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, you'll see that you're not going to get as hot because now you're wearing, shorts and stuff. And I started kind of motivating them, and I ran a whole marathon with all of them.
Wow.
With
that's
all of them,
amazing.
when the majority of them lost their tights. We went to sports stores and bought the right kind of tights to wear, because their bodies were overheating, because they were wearing the regular tights that you will buy at Target. And that overheats your body because it's like cotton or polyester. And as I started seeing that, you know, you run lighter and you run better when you have compression in your body, you know, you're less prone to injury. And so we started kind of changing things around a little bit. And at the end, it was such a success because we're all giving each other high fives. And
Yeah.
we grew to love each other because we ran with each other for 6 months. And I stayed with that group. I never left them. I didn't think I was better than them, but I was being criticized for looking a certain way and dressing a certain way. So that's the mentality that we need to change, is that we all are comfortable in our own skin, in our own
Yes.
body. We wear what we want at any age, as long as you're not being,
Exactly.
you know, it's not being in bad taste.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and so I think you're doing that. You're changing
Yes,
that because
yes.
we need that. We need to be
Exactly.
educated in the kind of shoes we wear for, you know, specific sport, right,
Exactly.
Sam? Like you can't just wear, you know, Target cleats to go if you're playing in a professional team. You're gonna want to wear the great, you know, the good, you know, cleats.
Yes.
Yeah, the
I don't think
support.
Target sells cleats.
Well, I'm just using it as an example, but
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's like, but it's okay. You
It's
know,
okay.
sometimes we just need to be educated,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
And I think you're doing that.
Yes.
I think you're doing that. You know,
Yes.
with your brand,
Yes.
and I love it. That's why I say I love the era that we're
Yeah.
living in because we can be more accepted, right?
Yes.
I think that the message that I get from both of you is like, and I guess all of us is just empowering each other. Right? Like
Exactly.
we're not in competition with each
Exactly.
other. I'm not in
Yes.
competition with you. You're not in competition with me. It's me versus me. Like I'm going to do
Exactly.
what makes me feel happy, what makes me feel healthy. And, you know, I want to be supported
Yeah.
because of that, you know? And I think that goes for everyone. I think too often we're always thinking, you know, it's me versus them or comparing myself with what that person looks like or, you know, whatever it
Exactly.
is. But I love that the message that, you know, we're both like bringing in as women too, man too, that, you know, it's like we're not in competition with each other.
No.
Like I'm here for you.
Yes.
I'm going to support you. You know, you post a baddie pic. I'm going to repost that picture for you. Like I'm going
And
to
she
support
does.
you.
Yes.
Like I really love that because I mean, I think we've all felt it before where you know where somebody doesn't like you and you don't know why. And it's like, I'm not trying to outdo you and maybe you're outdoing me. Well, then I want to learn from you. You know, like I don't want to
Exactly.
hate on you or I don't want to, you know, talk badly about you. I want to
Exactly.
learn from you. Like, tell me how you got to be where you are. Or, like,
Yes.
you know, you have great legs or, you know,
Yes.
whatever it is. I think
Yeah.
that's how I want to live. And that's the message that I'm getting from here. And I'm pumped because I
Yes.
love this. I love it so
too.
much.
I'm so excited. Yes.
Yeah. You know, having two daughters like you guys, you know, I have another daughter. And just knowing that they're both different, you know, you don't criticize as a mom, you know, your
No.
children, and you try to empower your daughters because we want them to grow up, you know, knowing that it's okay. It's
Yes.
okay for you to love that. It's okay for you to want that. It's okay for you to want to, you know, to want to go big. Like there's no, but how are you going to do it? Let me support you.
Yes.
You just want to be supported, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Even you know, like what Sam was saying, I support my daughters no matter what.
Yes.
No matter what, but I educate at the same time
Yes.
because we're the educators, we're the example that they see.
Exactly.
If I'm always looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "Oh my God, I don't like the way this looks," or whatever, then what message am I sending to my daughter?
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
and so it's kind of fun now because we're all, when the three of us are together, my God, we're like, you know, three little sisters or something. But it's super cute.
I wanted to say something about you know how you mentioned your girls, your daughters. Well, my daughters, when they see me wearing like my sport bra and my leggings, and I'm so comfortable wearing it, it's because I love the way I look, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Mom, you're not shy to go out there." Like, no, I told you, girls, we gotta embrace our bodies. We're all different, but we have to
Exactly.
love ourselves, you know. Like it. I tell them all the time, the sets look cute on you guys. You guys gotta embrace yourselves, you know.
But when they're ready, if they're not
Yeah.
ready, it's okay. You don't have to push
Yeah.
it on them.
Yes.
You know, but I'm sure you're the kind of dad that if you saw your daughters wearing like a, you know, like a sports bra or whatever, would you be a jealous dad and be like, you can't wear that and you can't go out? I need to know that.
It depends.
Oh no!
sometimes.
See, here
It
we go. But
depends.
the wife can do it, but the daughter can't do it.
No,
How does that
no.
work?
Well, you know, I kind of, you know, if I'm overprotected over them, so like, you know, I kind of put it in an aspect of like, I don't want guys to be
Yeah.
looking at them in a weird way because
Yeah.
they're little. You know, when they grow up and they do the decision that they want to do, as long as they respect themselves and you know you're going out there to do look good on for yourself, like you know that's all I worry
So
about.
what is it?
But when-
18 and over?
whenever I guess so, yeah.
He's
Wait.
a dad. Let
You
him
know,
be
so
a
maybe like
dad.
25 and older or something like that. like where you don't live in my house and I don't see it, you know, but but you
I
know,
think that's normal. Don't feel bad
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's normal.
You can't start dating until after you're married. I was
Yeah.
like, what does that even mean?
yeah. No, I tell them, you know, don't be, you know, just respect yourself, you know.
Exactly.
If you want a guy to look at you a certain way, there's guys out there who see women like that, you know, different ways and stuff. And
But we can't change that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we
exactly.
can't
Yeah,
change
so
that,
I-
and I don't think that's ever going to change. So,
No.
you know,
no, but yes, but you know, since they're young right now, I just tell them, you know, just be careful. You know, that's all I always tell them. I do get kind of, you know, overprotected over them, so that's what I do.
and that's pretty awesome. And I
Yeah.
think that's a dad thing, and that's yeah,
It's normal.
That's normal. That's not abnormal. It's very normal. Yeah, I even get jealous too, and I get protective over my children. I'm like, you know, that person that, you know, I don't care what you say. You can say it to me, but if you said it about my daughter, believe it or not, oh, you're gonna be on my bad list.
Yep.
Because that's my baby right there. I had her in my stomach, so no, you can't. Sorry, no.
I'm curious to know, like, what does working out mean to you? Like, how does it make you guys feel afterwards, or like, what does working out mean to you both?
Well, when we're working out, you know, just for your health to make yourself feel good. You know, as when I was younger, like working out, I would go to the gym and, you know, like to look good and, you know, well, it was different. But now as you're getting older, I just go and work out, and after I feel like I feel better about myself, you know, watching my health now, and you know, and as you get older, it's a little bit different of what you feel you have to show to people. You know, when you're younger, you have a different mentality. So now I just tell my wife, it's just me and her, and we go work out together to feel good and look good for each other.
You
know?
guys work out together too?
Yeah,
Oh,
So
yeah.
sweet.
So we
So
work out
sweet.
together, and then, you know, just to feel good, and you know,
Giving
just
me
to feel healthy,
ideas.
you know.
yeah. What about you, Maya? Why do you work out? What you know? Can you answer the question?
Yes, it helps with my mental health.
Yes,
So
that's what I was
it
getting at.
does. That's like my therapy session right there. When I'm going through something, stress, or I get anxiety, I just go in the gym and I get on the treadmill, and it helps me. And I just listen to motivational speakers, and it pumps me up. So it's a mental health
I
therapy
love that.
for me.
I love
Yes.
that.
Okay, so let's ask Sam the same question.
Yes.
Why do you work out, and what makes you feel about doing, you know, working out?
I think it's the same. It's the same as you. It's for my mental health, because afterwards I honestly feel like I can take on the world. I'm just like, come at me, you know? Like
Yes.
it makes me feel so much better about myself, about, you know, just my overall well-being. I feel active, I feel healthy. I think all of that is just how it makes me feel. And I think that feeling can get so addicting, right?
Yes.
It's just so addicting that, you know, the more and more you work out and just like getting your body right and your mind right, it's just that feeling of endorphins. You know, it puts you on a high for the rest of the day. I love working out in the morning. I hate working out at night, because then you just go to bed after. In the day, I feel like it powers you through the whole day, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
love waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting my
Whoa,
workout done.
girlfriend! I don't know
Yes.
about 5 in the morning. I'm talking like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Just kidding.
No, and that was my
yes.
life. I was waking up at 5 a.m, but unfortunately, you know, I lost that you know, my running ability because of my surgeries and whatever. And I truly miss it, because for me it was part of my mental health as well, because that's where I would leave everything. I would leave all my stress, and I would be a better person at work. You know,
Yeah.
even after did that,
Yeah.
I haven't found my niche yet as far as like where my release is at. You know, with any workouts, you know, lately. But I have hope that in the near future, that's what I'm gonna go back to, because I was addicted to running,
Yes.
and taking that away from me is like taking away my food. And people don't understand that, because they don't understand that was my passion. So for me, you know, right now I still haven't found it, but I'm very confident that I will find it, you know, and have like kind of share the same thing that you guys are sharing. But right now I really haven't found it yet. But going back to you know, to what to look for in the near future with you guys, we have a few minutes left, and I want to know, what do we have to look forward to with your brand in the next say 5 years from now?
Well, our goal, well, starting this year already, we're thinking of opening a store, an actual brick and mortar store.
Awesome.
And you know, for the future, you know, we're gonna have a different I'll go out throughout California, different cities, but we do want to start with our hometown in Bakersfield.
I love
So
that.
we're gonna open one there and then start going across, you know. So our goal is just to start expanding in the next 5 years. Well, hopefully we're all global or nationwide, you know, corner to corner from the
nice.
nation. So right now we are bringing different like styles for men and women. So we're gonna have things coming in this year, but our goal is by the end of this year having our store open.
That is pretty freaking
In other
awesome.
words, he's gonna be your neighbor.
Yeah, who Who knows?
Yeah.
You guys might want to come here to Plaza West Covina. Hey, Fierce
Yeah.
Pro at Plaza West Covina.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's one of our goals. So, like I said, we're starting in Bakersfield. We'll see how that goes because we also have our mobile trailer. So we do that mobily. So we go all over California. And since we're connected with Crunch Fitness, the gyms, so
Yeah.
we go from Bakersfield.
Wow.
Yeah, we're partners with them. So we go from Crunch, Bakersfield to Huntington Beach.
That's pretty awesome.
What?
Well, you
Yeah.
guys need to tell us when you guys are in Huntington
Yes,
Beach because we want to come
please. That'd be
Yeah.
and
so
support you guys.
fun.
Hopefully, the GWC will bring back our Get Fit event, which is a 5K, and we can show off your brand. We can invite some of your ambassadors because there's a lot of things that I want to do
Yeah.
with you guys through the Greater West Covina and, of course, through Let's Connect Now as well and share more of you guys' story
message.
on this
Yeah,
panel
definitely.
because.
So
Yeah,
good.
because you're so inspiring, and I really want to thank you guys for taking the time
Yes, thank
to
you so
be here,
much.
to talking
Yeah,
to us,
thank
to
you.
being humble people, to bringing your daughters to see their parents, really talking and being humble about what they represent, and I want to share more about you guys with our audience, and hope that I can contribute a little bit, to your brand. I'm really happy to be an ambassador for you. Hopefully in the future, if you allow me to, and
Yes, we appreciate it.
no, I'm like,
We love you,
that's okay. Give
Monica.
her the phone. I mean, the phone. Give her the mic so she can talk.
We love you.
We'll say an extra minute just so you can tell her how much you love her.
Because I love it. See, that's my inspiration right there.
I think you guys deserve a very big platform. Like
Yes.
you guys
Thank
deserve
you.
that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Just with the message
Yes.
and everything.
Thank
Like
you.
I'm leaving here feeling so good about myself. So I can just imagine what you're gonna do for everyone else.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
and-
so much. We love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you for
no.
having us.
You brought so many smiles to our faces, and there's just so much creativity that we can bring in on this very tiny platform. But who knows? Later, when you're like in those big platforms, you'll invite me.
Remember
I'll be
just
your
little people.
Remember,
little people. Yeah. We started with Let's Connect Now.
everybody starts from somewhere, right?
Yes.
Yes,
We're gonna be
yes.
besties forever.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Play you in the movie.
So with that, everyone, don't forget to tune in to Let's Connect Now on Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Every other Tuesday. Oh my God, I thought I had it right this time. Every other Tuesday. So I look forward to you guys listening to this show because this show was very special to us. Thank you, Sam, for
thank
making
you.
you way over here to be with us and bringing a great perspective to the mental health aspect of everything that we talk about. And I really want to thank you guys more than anything for
Thank
being
you.
here. So with that, we're going to say good night.
Good
We'll see you guys
night.
later. And don't forget, look
Bye.
up Fierce Pro on Instagram.